Hello everyone, I'm Kichiko and welcome back to Tales of Berseria. So in the last episode, we got into the what's the name of it? Lodrigan Tower. We thought that we saved Captain Ifrid, but it was an illusion by Melchior. And we fought his Malakim that were turned demons, and now we're here. We're at the port, Candace, because we now have control to go to 3 ports. And this one has a side mission to collect some dust, so we can figure out how to make mega elixir, and that's the only reason why we're here. So they said it was in those tunnels. This is just a rumor, but I heard that Lord Artorius and Lord Shigode fought in a duel. Wow, which one of them won? I heard it ended in a stalemate, but I don't know if it's true or not. Does it matter? The two of them respect each other and are working toward the same goal. That's more important than winning or losing. Yeah, you're right, but I still want to know who won. Okay. I do love to soak in the glory of nature and elderly fish. One day a pure maiden is bound to notice me, and I'll reel her in too. I think you need better bait for that. Our ship came back.
Take a look at this. Well, well. Now here's a fine haul.
Wow, they found a whole bunch.
Scout ship setting sail.
Oh, Commander of the Sea. Who got that? Looked like it was Laphicet. Commander of the Sea. I titled for an outer sea explorer. Freedom lies in wait upon the horizon. Okay. I hear they completed the new temple to the Empyrean near the capital. I'd like to see it before I die, but it'll be senseless to go if demons killed me along the way. Yeah. I think stew would be a good choice for supper. Carrots are pricey these days, so we'll leave them out. Did you catch all that, Mom? You mean this one or this one? There's no future for me in a place like Endagan. I'm gonna go to the capital to make a name for myself. I don't need any excitement in my future. I just want to live and live a nice, peaceful life. Yeah, I don't think we've been in this one. Because it doesn't seem familiar. Is this the one that we kind of rushed through? Because they told the town to stay inside. Rock salt. Man, these are becoming some mazes, aren't they? Yeah, this is the one that we fought them at. So yeah, we didn't have really a chance to explore. Or at least I didn't go into the storehouse. But I know we looted this, so it must have restocked. Another halberd. I'll keep the rest. Let me see. Ohio Maniac? Maniac. Identify one who has purchased lots of equipment. Gotta have it all. Okay. Mystery meat. We needed that. Yes, I finally got the exorcist card I wanted. That's a rank 5 Shigure. Huh? Awesome! Say, you want to trade for my rank 7 Notorious? No way! I've been a Shigure fan from the start. They're just bits of paper. Boys get excited over the silliest things. They've got their own trading cards? Guess they must be more popular than I thought. Wine. There's still a bit of pure bright steel left in the Vester tunnels. It'll make the best weapons and armor around. Our output may be small, but the quality is second to none. I'm trying to see how long this was. Okay, so let's save here. Well, we just have to look for the exclamation point then. It'll be part of valuables, right? There it is. Whoops. Yeah, Vester tunnels. Tunnel depths is where Kuragane was. Uh-oh. Maybe I should put it on a holy bottle to keep from getting into a whole bunch of fights. Okay, so we're in Kuragane's workshop, so I didn't have to go through all the tunnels. I kind of just did the map and then picked this one and let you know where it is, so not that. Oh, is this? Was that there?
This must be Long Dao's dust. The ingredient Vidal's Omega Elixir recipe calls for.
I can't believe you actually found it.
We have to go tell Vidal. Maybe he's been able to translate the rest of the list.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have that. Okay, so now going back to Renede. Port. Oh. You seriously want to work in those old mines? That's a bad idea. It's dangerous work and the pickings are slim. Trust me, you've got better options out there. My father was a miner. I want to follow in the footsteps of the man who raised me. Alright, it's your decision to make. Do what you feel is right. We didn't get into any fights, so I don't think I'm gonna stay at the end. Especially since it doesn't reward me with, you know, skits and whatnot. Oh, you're further out this time. Are you like a pet bunny? I see a bowl right there. Nope, no skip. I'm hoping. I'm gonna keep doing it, but it's kinda sad. Oh, this treasure chest came back. Okay. Soy sauce. Let me just check one more time. I think they don't want more than one red alert monster in an area though. So let's go back to Renine. Mystery meat. Don't mind us, even though we just been here. Garlic. Oh.
Wow! Is that Longdow's dust?
Yes.
That's one of the Omega Elixir ingredients! You found it! You really found it!
Yeah, it's proof your research is right.
Thanks! I've just managed to translate the description of the second ingredient. Here, take this and... Whoa.
What's wrong? Your face is red.
Hey, you're burning up.
It's fine. I'm pretty much always running a fever.
That makes it even worse. We need to get you home so you can rest up.
But I'm still translating the recipe.
You heard me.
All right. She's
Oh,
scary.
it's like
Your
Luffy
sister or
said.
something, Luffy said?
Well, it's kind of a long story.
Oh, okay. Well, you seem to have a pretty complicated life.
Do you think he's always that sick?
Wouldn't surprise me. I was weak when I was a kid, too.
He's probably been like this since he was born. That must be why his parents named him Videl. It means to live.
Huh. I never thought about that.
Luffy said is like that too. It means one who lives.
One who lives.
And he wants to be an explorer when he grows up. I feel sorry for him.
But if he drinks the Omega Elixir, I think he can get better. When he sets off on his adventures, will you let him aboard the Von Eltia, Eisen?
I suppose I could cut him a deal.
You'd charge him?
I'm a pirate, kid. Comes with the territory. But I promise you, I won't charge him too much.
I suppose that'll have to do.
One who lives. I did not know that Laphicette's name had meaning behind it.
Didn't mean much in the end. I poured my soul into getting him through. But he's still dead all the same. Hope. What a waste.
You really think it was pointless?
What else am I supposed to think? It won't bring him back.
Okay, so let's see what... Whoops, I went too far. Okay, instructions to collect the horn of a unicorn. Such a creature has reportedly been sighted at the Friggle ice caps. What? Ooh, that reminds me of the unicorn horn that we needed in Tales of Symphonia. And it was like in a lake, and we had to use our arts to raise it from out of the lake. But anyway. But we learned, one of our characters learned resurrection though, because of it. Okay, so he's in here then, I'm guessing. Probably in his room. In that one. He's got a fever again. I hope that doesn't mean what I think it does. Oh. Nah, he's in that other room. Okay, so the ice caps was like the very first area. Can we get back there? I feel like it will open up now since we have it as a mission, a side mission. Let me get that. Well, let's see if it will open it up. If not, I'll try the level 4, which is here. More garlic. The crew is back. Okay, so no, we cannot go there yet. Okay. So that means that the only thing we can do is either proceed on with the story or do this one. So hold on. Let me save here. Because I'm pretty sure it won't have you be able to progress that side arc that quickly. Because there's probably some ingredients that we can't even get yet because we haven't even been to those areas yet. Okay, so let's go to the class 4. I'm surprised you even want a there's no music. You don't think it's like those crucibles on Tales of Berseria, do you? Because it's just a round area. Ooh, laughing glasses. You probably shouldn't wear these while listening to someone talk. It definitely sounds ominous even though there's no music going on. Is the Coliseum? Well, it was right to save before I left. Ooh.
Is that a fighting arena of some sort? I don't see any demons around.
Look! There's something spewing out of the middle!
I sense a really malicious force emanating from it.
It's probably the vengeful spirits of those who fought and died here looking for glory.
Thanks for that. Now I've got goosebumps.
I already had
Let's
them.
try not to wind up as more vengeful spirits.
I probably shouldn't take this on, because, like, what? This might be, like, post-game stuff. Here you can battle waves of specific types of demon. Select summon demons to call demons to the arena and commence battle. After a certain amount of demons have been defeated, more will appear. The battle is over when all demons have been completely wiped out. If you are defeated in a battle, you return to your original pre-battle status. Make sure to prepare yourself thoroughly before stepping up. The first time you clear the challenge, you will receive a reward, so give it your all. Oh. Well, as long as I can prepare beforehand, in the battle, because I can't really... Okay. Is it just one person? Oh, what are these? The sand mole.
Think you can dodge? Just try. Perfect mayhem.
I thought it was about to put me in by myself. Okay, octopuses. Oh, level 8. Earth. Oh! Okay.
But I'm this close. I want this. Form zero. You're wide open.
Okay.
Ready to die? Think you can dodge? Just try. Perfect mayhem. That was tougher than I would have liked.
Ooh, a weathered bag and resistance shoes. Weathered bag, a well-worn bag. A resistance shoes. Man's shoes specialize in providing resistance to arts. All demons defeated. Obtain the Virtuoso's Ventite. Allows you to perform different arts by pressing attack while guarding. Oh.
Looks like we won't be joining the party.
I can see why this place is the stuff of cautionary bedtime stories.
Not to mention why the Abbey's keeping way the hell away.
We shouldn't let our guard down. But this place could still be a good chance to hone our combat skills.
Indeed. Most everything we fought here seems to follow a pattern. This is a good place for tactical training.
If we ever end up on another island like this one, we should probably come prepared for the kinds of enemies we'll face.
But it's still glowing though. Okay. Let's see. So what happens if we do it again? Oh.
Take a look at this. Well, well. Now here's a fine haul.
Great. Let's do this one Ron Getsu style, guys.
Scout ship setting sail.
So what happens if we do it again? So now it is a star. It's the same people. Status ailments. Poison. It's a water element that causes damage over time and causes one attacks to be more easily guarded. While poison, HP cannot be restored, and poison damage can cause KO. Water-resistant enemies cannot be poisoned, but enemies afflicted with reduced art defense were 4 times more susceptible to being poisoned. Okay, so it was just the same ones. So, oh. Alright, so maybe when another island opening would be different demons at different levels. Okay, so I guess now it's just time for us to head to the story. Okay.
It's too bad that wasn't the real Ifreed. But I'm glad everyone on the ship is feeling better.
Yeah. Though it sounds like they never want to touch that Salatoma stuff ever again.
What about Eleanor?
She took it too. And her face went all wow.
I don't mean how she looked. I mean how she actually feels.
Oh, well, she looks like she feels better too.
Good.
You're worried about her, aren't you, Velvet?
No.
It's nothing like that.
Let me tell you something, kiddo. When young maidens ripen, they have trouble expressing their feelings.
So Velvet's ripen?
What?
Nagilu! Quit giving Laphicet confusing thoughts.
No trouble expressing those feelings, I see.
The Abbey is supposed to exist to bring peace and order to the world. Everything the Abbey does, everything Lord Melchior and Shepherd Artorias do, it ought to be rooted in that mission. And yet, something just doesn't feel right here.
You are dismissed. That knowledge is not for you.
Something wrong?
That Lord plushie.
Whoa, easy there. Just asking.
Sorry.
I would have liked
was
it
just
better if
deep
it
in
was
thought.
just hanging off his arm.
Is there something you need from me?
Nah, just heard a bunch of sighs and wondered if you were feeling sick or anything.
No, I drank my Salatoma juice.
Ah, tasted like crap, didn't it?
It wasn't that bad.
Hey,
What?
are you afraid of demons?
No, I am not. It's more like I despise them. 10 years ago, a group of them attacked my village. They destroyed everything. And everyone.
Including your family?
Yes. The only family I had at that point was my mother. And in all the chaos, she... All I have left of her is this hand mirror she gave me. I didn't want anyone else to have to feel the way I did. And so I became an exorcist in order to destroy demons. So you can keep your pity.
Gotcha. I will then.
Oh, so we stopped there for some reason? Okay. Probably to get, you know, supplies or something. I don't know. We're not even at an hour yet, though. So we'll go for a little bit. I'm not sure if I'm gonna go too long, though.
What is that?
What is that?
That's called a penguin, a type of bird native to this area.
What?
Penguin.
Their meat is succulent and tender, and makes a lovely stew.
So we're gonna kill it?
What's it taste like?
You'd eat that poor thing? Savage.
You're one to talk, demon. It was one of my mother's specialties.
All right, enough of the chit-chat. Magilu, what's this grimoire friend of yours like?
Well, how do I put it?
Crazy? She crazy?
Oh.
What?
You know, like that.
Like what?
Well, to put it in a way those of meager imagination can understand, Grimm's got a sort of listless, aristocratic air about her. A noble woman in her twilight, you could say.
Huh. So you mean like a woman, but different from Velvet and Eleanor?
Yes?
You're not wrong there. Tell you what, just keep an eye out for a grown woman.
Grown woman. Okay, I got it.
Well, since we got her name, we could start by asking around.
Exactly. Now you're talking. What's up, kiddo?
Magilu, you're a grown woman yourself. So why is it you have trouble clearly expressing your real feelings?
Ooh.
Good question. Put simply, a long time ago, mine broke. Bagow! Chapoom! Bye-bye!
Your feelings broke?
Come on. Let's question the townsfolk.
Well. Wait, or was it just waiting for me to progress the story? Can I go to the ice caps? Did you find your quarry? No. Okay, so we still can't go there yet. Okay. A fellow fisherman told me he saw an octopus eating a whale. That octopus must have been a demon, which means demon blight has spread to the sea. That's a scary thought. Dude, what? Can I get back up if I go down here? As I jump down here anyway? Coral... Dream heron. A mysterious fish that enjoys the shallow waters of a certain area, using zesty dream herring marinade. That we still don't have. Where am I going? Ooh. Red lavender. An herb that increases attack by 3. Raising martial and hidden art damage. Also fully restores HP on use. Oh, so I did. Okay. Oh gosh, this is just too much is going on here. breadcrumbs. Okay. Excuse me, have you heard of a woman named Grimoire? Grimoire? Can't say I have. Doesn't sound like a Southgan name. Are you sure she's on this island? Is this your first time in Southgan? You need to protect your skin from the sun or you'll be sorry. Thanks for the warning. Do you have anything new but the games that we already know about? Okay. Alright, I didn't even go down that one. Oh, I did go down it. Duh. I forgot that quick. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, you're all northerners. Welcome to Yseult. Southgan is made up of hundreds of tropical islands. Before, each island had its own town and culture, but Demon Blight took most of them from us. Oh, but don't worry. There are lots of exorcists here on this island to keep us safe. That's great. In my father's days, Southgan was a paradise where all you needed to do was fish. But now we're crushed between demons on one front and exorcist rules on the other. My generation missed out on the good life. Okay, that's where we jumped down from. Legendary Doberjon. Legend says this originated in a secluded village lost to time, used in mambo curry bun. We also don't have that. It really makes me wonder how many more places will this should be able to go to. Pardon me, we're looking for a woman named Grimoire. Do you know her? I'm afraid I don't. Oh, but I know where to get grim worms. They're limp things, a bit like lugworms. You can use them as bait, but for my money, a catworm is always the better option. I see. Thank you for the advice. Well, that was a whole lot of useless information. Ooh, zucchini. Only got 2 of those so far. Tavern. Nice.
So how do you like our island? Nice and laid back, right?
It's quite a bit different from Logris.
This place was even more relaxed before the opening. But recently, a lot of our young folk have gone starry-eyed about the city and left us in the lurch.
It's still better than it was when the demons first started showing up. We have the Abbey to thank for that. And because people are traveling more now, the need for ships has skyrocketed. Our lumber industry is booming.
In other words, when the money started flowing, people let it go to their heads?
That and those exorcists and soldiers from the bigger cities, they really seemed sophisticated. People from the other islands wear different clothes and have things we don't, you know?
Getting worked up and worked over by what's trendy. Is that foolishness not the very definition of youth?
If this keeps up, our island's traditions will fade away. That's what worries me.
I understand how you feel, but you have to give young people the freedom to be themselves.
When I was younger, I used to be proud of Southgan traditions. Maybe I'm just rumbling like a typical boogie. When I was younger, I used to be... Why are you still talking to me from there? The culture here is rough, but that's not the only thing that makes this place dangerous. There aren't many exorcists around. I feel safer in the city where the Abbey has a stronger presence. You're all eager beavers, eh? Well, I've got just the thing for you. No, apparently you don't. You don't. Some folks up north criticize the people of Southgan for eating pigeon. I'm a Southgan born and raised, but I see where they're coming from. After all, up north they eat rat pig. Now that's just downright cruel. Oh, you look so comfortable. I'm looking for a woman named Grimoire. Do you know her? Well, I've been here 29 years, and I still don't have a female acquaintance. Right. Sorry I brought it up. Okay, so that's everyone here, so let's go up. Oh. Coolio. Oh, hey. Silky paper. These pages may feel like silk to the touch, but actually they're not. Okay. He's not ready for this yet, but yeah, it will be the next one because he's doing everything else. Ooh, I was supposed to say, look out below, because those soldiers are right there. Excuse me. Poison Ward. A drill that can greatly reduce the chance of and effects of poison. Looks like we might be getting poisoned in this area, guys. Okay, so now we go back this way. I'm looking for it down, because I see stuff down there. Yo, that's a nice little looking plant. Do you know a woman named Grimoire? She's got a listless, aristocratic air about her, like a noblewoman in her twilight. I don't know her, sorry, but I'll tell you one thing. A boy your age shouldn't talk like that. Be careful your tongue doesn't get you burned. Alright, I'm sorry. I'm going in. This guy is really pale. I had a twin brother that died when I was little. It's been 60 years since he passed, but I still pray that his soul rests peacefully. You have my condolences. Was it an accident? No, it was the 12-year sickness. We heard the voice of the sea and the wind, but I never could. He was always such a pure boy. My grandfather told me there were once many Empyreans. Amonok, ruler of water, Musafe, the barrier of flame, Eumesia, guardian of earth, Ionia, will of the wind. That's kind of confusing. Wait, what is Phenomenon associated with? Nothing, just nothing. Nothing whatsoever. Oop. Coral branch. Go check behind this. Dude, you are very short. Anyway, please bless me with large halls, safe voyages, a happy home, freedom from disease, financial stability, whatever else comes to mind. Thank you.
Come, sinner, and repent your wicked deeds.
Are you the same one?
Who? Me? I don't think I've done much that needs repenting.
No, my son, you must be mistaken, for I can tell just from how you dress that a great many sins weigh heavily upon your heart. But it's not too late for you yet. You must confess your sins and repent.
Yeah, I hear you, but I really can't think of anything.
Have you ever wielded violence?
No. All I wield are my swords.
Well, have you hurt anybody with your swords?
Yeah, but I haven't been able to land a killing blow yet. I've still got a long way to go. But the next time, I'll kill him.
No, you have it all wrong. You must repent for how you've used your swords.
Oh, I get it. I need to improve my cutting technique, right?
That's not what I meant either.
Then what do you mean? It's a priest's job to guide the layman, right? You'll have to start speaking more clearly if you want anyone to trust your advice. Get your act together, man.
Yes, I'll reflect upon the error of my ways. Wait, what?
Exactly. He got you real good. Perhaps people really are incapable of understanding one another. I think that went better than the one, well, because the other one was just looking at how Velvet was dressed. While Mikey Lou kind of just played into it. Ooh, some more zucchini. At the cathedral, a man told me that he lost his little brother to 12-year sickness when they were boys. 12-year sickness? There's no cure for that. Some say you're born with it. Others say it's a curse that falls on those who've seen something inhuman. A curse? Is that really true? Don't worry, it's a very rare condition. Only 1 in tens of thousands of people will get it. You should be more concerned about demon blight. I wonder if I should save. Okay, so it's around that way, so I should be able to do this. Halt! You're a suspicious looking lot. I'm going to need to see some identification. If it's a travel permit you want, we've got one. Get that here. Maglu's Marjorie? Very well. But I'll warn you that you should be careful how you dress, even if you are entertainers. If you didn't have an exorcist with you, I'd have to take you in for questioning. You are entirely correct. I will make sure they understand. Okay. Dang it. Right, because there was nothing else up there. Well, it was this one. It also seems like it keeps going, though. Does it go into it? Oh, okay. Where is this? Oh, we have to go that way. Never mind. I'll be back. But this is just a question mark down here. I mean, exclamation points. Oh, these are... Ooh. Ooh, barely enough for that. Okay. If I find another one, I basically need to find some more. Ooh, I can walk on this. And this is how we get on the other side. Why is this long crate here? Don't mind me. Ooh, muscle. A shell that shimmers blue and black, used in Burgess Paleo? I don't want to go in the water. Oh. Is there a shiny by your foot? No. This kind of also reminds me of Final Fantasy 15 a bit. The beach area. Okay. Oh wait, let me get this.
It's become common practice to use Southgan lumber for shipbuilding, but there's a reason. Our trees really are the best for it.
Natant trees only grow in Southgand. Their wood is light, tough, and doesn't rot. Perfect for shipbuilding.
You know your stuff.
There's a ship right there.
Long ago, before people knew how to build seafaring vessels, Midgan and Southgan were separate countries. Then our ancestors fashioned rafts out of Natant logs and floated all the way to Midgand. A Midgand craftsman, amazed to see a humble raft cross the open sea, returned with our ancestors here to Southgand.
He had used the Natant logs to build a large, sturdy ship.
Thanks to him, commerce took off between Midgand and Southgand, and the age of exploration began. The excitement of a new age had everyone floating on air, but within mere decades, Midgand declared war on Southgand.
Ironically enough, it was ships made from trees from their islands that enemies used to invade them.
The fighting continued for a long time, but in the end, Midgand emerged the victor. Our islands were occupied. As hard as things were, our ancestors still liked to joke about it. They'd say, age of exploration, more like age of exploitation.
When things were that bad, they could still joke about it?
Southganders have always been a cheerful bunch. We tend to look for the silver lining in every cloud. It may not seem like it these days, but Southgand used to be a place where the laughter would never cease. Some people even used to call it Shenanigand.
Shenanigand. This must have been a really fun place.
Demon Blade has robbed this age of smiles, but smile we must if we want to succeed. A smile is a gate that invites the shepherd. Which shepherd do you want to invite? I checked all the way back here, right? Yeah. And now we can continue on. Let me save. I am at an hour, but I really want to at least meet up with Grimoire or whoever we end up meeting in the next area. I just don't want to do all of that again. Oh, expedition.
Take a look at this. Scout ship setting sail.
Okay, so wants me to go that way. Lovely seashell. We're looking for a lady called Grimoire. Does that name ring any bells? Huh? I don't know her, and let's face it, your pickup line needs some work. You're going to have to work harder than that if you want to catch my attention. Well, at least I found a woman of some taste. Oh. We're used to living freely in Southgand, so the Abbey's rule is really chafe. But if you think about it another way, it's a good chance to mend bad habits. Right, like how we can't just dive into the sea naked. Now we have to warm up and put on swimsuits. What? Okay. We've got a secret fort hidden beneath the floor over there. Don't tell any grown-ups, alright? Alright, I'll keep the secret of your secret fort secret. Okay, yep. Ooh, cabbage. Comes in many varieties, used in crispy stir-fried vegetables. The Yseult houses are on stilts so that they can stay above the water. At high tide, the town looks like one big raft. So that's the reason. At first I couldn't tell if it was clever engineering or just shoddy craftsmanship. Nothing? Okay. Alright, so I have to go that way.
Still no leads on that grimoire lady.
Magulu, when did you get that letter from her you mentioned?
Hard to say. It must have been last year? A decade ago?
Take this seriously,
What?
or I'll feed you to the sharks.
Oh, what? I think I'd at least rate a kraken.
Keep this up and I swear I'll eat... It's them!
Oh! Hold up!
The final preparations are complete. Once you've assumed your new post, everyone will act on your command.
Thank you, sister. But to be honest, I worry that these shoes I'm filling might just be a bit too big for me.
You need not worry. You possess a special strength and quality that others lack. Shepherd Artorias has high hopes for your deployment to Palamedes. Fear not. Just be yourself and you'll do fine. Believe you're a leader, and you will be.
Yes, I'll try to make you proud, sister.
They're sending him to Palamedes? Is that the name of a facility on this island?
I had better get going.
Safe travels.
Oh, one more thing. Be careful around the demon in Haria. It's stronger than it looks. We've even had some casualties.
Haria. I bet we'll defeat it. Especially if it's a red alert demon.
Also, if you must drink the water, remember to boil it.
Sister...
I know, I worry too much. But I just can't help myself.
Yeah, salty water. Blech.
So, there's a demon in Haria. Sounds like it's a pretty feisty one, too.
If so, it may prove useful.
Still, what magical timing for Oscar to show up here at the very same hour we do.
I didn't do it. I mean, she did do it.
I understand your suspicion of me, but have you any proof?
None, it's true. But as an exorcist, you're certainly sympathetic to the Abbey's cause.
And soon you may wish we were sympathetic.
I mean, like, all of her people have been trying to kill her, basically. No one will listen to her.
Snitching on us. I'm sure of it.
And how would you know? Are you watching her even when she's taking a bath?
Yes, actually I am.
No, I don't. I always stay outside when she's taking a bath. And...
Then isn't it possible she's communicating with the Abbey in secret while you're not there?
You pledged to obey me until the day you die, correct?
Yes, that I did.
Remember, when you two trade blows, only the Abbey wins.
One less demon, and one less traitor for them to worry about.
While we're standing around here arguing, that demon could be attacking Grimoire.
It's true. Let's find some more people to question around town.
Vessels and privacy.
So what's it really like?
Huh?
The connection between Moloch and Vessel. Do you share, like, thoughts and feelings?
Sort of. When I'm dwelling inside Eleanor, I can see what she sees and hear what she hears. but I can't read her thoughts or her emotions. Sitting in a box doesn't teach you how the box feels.
I see. In that case, I want to give her as little time alone as possible.
I don't want to bathe with her, alright?
I know. You're a boy and all. For her baths, we can send Bienfu. No, that's a bad idea. It'll have to be Mogulu, or myself.
Phew.
What sort of boundaries have you and Eleanor drawn? How do you sleep?
We talk before bed sometimes, but it's not like I'm sleeping by her side or anything. It's easier for me to tell when she wakes up if I'm dwelling inside her.
Does she ever get out of bed at night?
Not in my experience. And she sleeps so peacefully.
Huh?
When she's around you guys, she always looks so stern. But when she's sleeping, her expression is softer, you could say. She lets her hair down too. And I think it's kind of prettier that way.
Huh. So that's what he likes. Well, keep an eye on her, but...
But?
Watch out for the older girls.
Huh?
What? Older sister, younger brother.
Teresa and Oscar sure seem close.
I've known them since I was an initiate, but I've never seen them quarrel, not even once.
Did you ever fight with your brother, Velvet?
Yeah, I guess I did. Sometimes I'd chew him out, and he'd sulk and stop talking to me, but I found that adorable too.
You did?
No matter how much he dug in his heels, or tried to talk like he was in charge, after a while he'd be right there trailing along behind me.
Like a little puppy dog.
Puppies are a lot more obedient. I always had to keep an eye on him. Little brothers are odd creatures.
Rokuro's a little brother. Is he adorable too?
Huh? I don't think a little brother who's out to kill you is in any way adorable.
But Shigure seemed like he was having fun.
Sometimes you just don't make sense.
Huh? I don't know.
Little brothers. Do you have any siblings? I'm an only child. Well then, that's perfect. You pretend the boy is your little brother.
Huh?
That's a bit extreme, but actually, when I'm talking with Laphicet, sometimes I think, this is what having a brother must feel like.
I could be Eleanor's brother.
I don't think Velvet would like that.
Don't take any of this nonsense seriously, Laphicet. Malakim are just tools to exorcists. She could never think of you as her brother.
Oh, yeah.
You're wrong. I've changed
Velvet is really protective.
I know that's true because I can think of him as a brother.
Right.
She's all talk. Don't believe her.
It seems to me like you're the one who's treating him as a tool by forcing your own opinions upon him. Ooh, two sisters struggling for the affections of their brother. Eeny teeny candlestick, which one will the Muppet pick?
What?
How about an older brother instead?
Pearl, she just like, I don't think you should be with him. Be with her. Dude, where am I? Okay. So, wants me to go that way. But it was facing me this way. Oh. Okay, hold on. You plan to be a fisherman when you're older, do you? Nope, I'm gonna captain my own ship. Don't be daft, every fisherman is a captain. Even if his ship is a bit small. Okay, then under here. Oh. So wait, where did they go? Okay. Ooh, they're squeaking. Red Sage. An herb that raises maximum HP by 15. Also fully restores HP on use. So I guess that's where he went. Oh, it's the card game again. The ocean's been reciting bit by bit for 10 years, and currents don't have the pool they used to. It's almost like nature's power is dwindling. I don't like it one bit. Do you think it could be Eminoc's curse on us? I'm Himiko, younger daughter of the character card family. Princess cards are my favorite. Let's play together. Let's not do this now. Maybe if I remember to do it at the beginning of the next episode or something. Met clear beaches through that gate. It used to be a paradise for penguins and visitors alike. Now it's a place where demons stalk visitors and send them to paradise. If you plan on passing through, tread carefully. And then this person's there. Okay, so I have to go back under this. Enough bottle. Wait, so I missed something underneath here? What did I miss? Oh.
What does it mean to become an adult?
The eternal question of youth.
Have you ever heard of the ceremony of adulthood? It's a yearly tradition on this island.
If I remember right, it's totally wild. Everyone throws bananas and oranges at each other.
Traditionally, yes, but things have changed over the years. Bananas and oranges are a thing of the past. People are always reaching for bigger and better things, right? In this case, it's watermelons. Whole watermelons.
You're throwing watermelons? That's gotta hurt.
Trust me, I know. But watermelons are the least of our worries. Recently, people have started flinging coconuts.
Coconuts? Those things are as hard as rocks!
Trust me, I know. Like getting hit with a brick. Now, every year, there are some kids who never make it to adulthood.
You don't mean they...
Yeah, I've kept putting it off myself, but it looks like this year I've got no choice but to participate. That's crazy. It's far too dangerous. And more importantly, how does it make someone an adult?
There are ancient traditions that say overcoming danger marks a child's coming of age. Some people still cling to the old ways.
You've hit the nail on the head. There are lots of old folks that sit around complaining how weak us darn kids are. The hypocrites. Back then, they used bananas and watermelons. They even cracked the watermelons ahead of time.
I don't think cracking a coconut would help much either.
So that's why you're standing about looking blue.
I'm so ashamed of myself for being scared.
If you don't want to do the ceremony, why not just skip it?
I'd love to, but I don't really have a choice. I wouldn't be able to show my face around here if I chickened out.
Having the courage to say no to something you don't feel is right. Isn't that the true mark of an adult?
Wait.
You're right! Now I can finally become an adult! Oh, yeah! Look how grown up I am!
And
What?
getting carried away with yourself and acting the fool is the true mark of immaturity.
Sorry. You're right.
Oh my gosh. Becoming an adult is too much hard work. It is. Sometimes it just comes at you like a wrecking ball. Anyway, Um, did I go around this one? Lady Teresa is an exorcist praetor here from Heloise. She was sent here as a sort of punishment, but she put the town in order with a firm, deft hand. We're sorry to see her go, but she recommended Lord Oscar as her replacement, so we should be fine. Oh, this is where you are.
The people of Southgand originally worshipped Amanuch, the Empyrean of Water. The lives of the people of the Southern Isles are inherently tied to the sea. Whether it was gratitude for a good catch or an appeal for protection, everyone offered their prayers to Amanuch.
But the Abbey worships Innominat, don't they? Do the people still keep their faith?
Most of the people obey the will of the Abbey, but one small village deep in Southgand is a special case. The village is called Haria, and even now they keep their faith in Amanuch. They've even quarreled with the Abbey. I'm grateful that they fight off the demons. I really am. But do they have to dictate which gods we worship too?
They think they do. It's their truth. Then again, they can't control what's in your heart, can they?
Innominat and Amanuch. Anyway, I prefer Amanuch, but whatever. Both offer their blessings to humanity. I want to pray to both to give them my thanks, but okay, so now we go this way. Did you hear about Haria village? There's a really nasty demon over there. Even their exorcists aren't able to handle it. Weren't they the ones who disobeyed the Abbey and kept worshipping their old gods? Sounds like they got what was coming to them. Hey, that's not nice. Oh, this is a nice little cozy place. Domesticated Penguin has a docile flavor compared to wild Penguin. Wild Penguin has a lot of personality. It's rowdy all the way down. Okay. Okay, so I can't sneak in any... This is out. Yeah, I can't sneak into any rooms. Why, hello there. We have cool rooms to relax in. So it's almost like, is there any point in resting at the inns now? Oh, I just didn't get this. Okay. Step right on in. We've got a lot of locally made items. Take your time. Don't tell me that. Ooh, dark bottle. Ooh. Daggers. Ooh, these are nice. All my money is gone. Fatigue ward. I'm surprised these other areas don't have different types of foods, good items like that. I don't think I want to use up my money yet. Okay, this would be the last thing.
This doll? It looks like Bienfu.
Ah, a keen eye you have, young man. That is a doll of the Empyrean Aminoch.
That's Empyrean Aminoch?
Yep, no doubt about it. I've seen her with my own eyes. Real dignified, but not without a bit of a temper.
You saw her? Why was she angry?
Well, the Abbeys banned any profession of the Aminochian faith in Southgand, despite her popularity. Gotta assume that's what got her all bent out of shape. I tried talking to her, but no matter what I said, she was just like, oh.
Wait,
Wait.
that sounds like...
And that low energy goddess you saw? The doll you've got here looks like her?
Yeah, more or less.
Ha! Fortune smiles upon thee, weary adventurers. That listless goddess is none other than Grim.
Grimoire isn't human?
When did I ever say she was? So, shopkeep, where'd you see her?
I think it was down by McClear Beach.
Pensively watching the tide come in? That's her, all right. Quickly, to the beach!
What?
Whoops. I saw the great Aminoch at McClear Beach. Looked just like this figurine. If you see her around, just say I'm a huge personal fan, alright? I completely cut that thing off. Oh well. That's back at the other one. Huh. I just want to be able to save so I can call it for the episode. So I'm going to save here, and then I'm going to look at those exclamation points in the next one, and then track her down. Okay. So with that, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, whatever you want to do. Enjoy the rest of your day or your night. And this is Kichiko signing out. Goodbye, everyone.